G'day, Simon at South OC Cars and Coffee. Welcome back. We've got a crazy morning this morning. No James, so I'm going to have to walk you through the exotics again this week. But some crazy stuff. We've got a Lexus LFA back here. I just saw a Tesla with the roof cut off. Incredible hot rods, a whole group of Volkswagens, AMG group, so much to see. Oh, and also a little Kei truck from Japan, absolutely amazing as well. Hey, don't forget, if you come to South OC Cars and Coffee, please remember, respect our rules, no speeding, no revving, no burnouts. That includes on the streets of San Clemente and getting on off those freeways. Well, there's a ton to see. Let's go for a walk and check some stuff out. All right, so got some stuff happening this week. My Camaro, obviously next to Jeff's beautiful 911 Carrera T. I really love this car. It is so understated. The white with the grey wheels, the grey mirrors as well, and then the white stitching in this thing. Just the white ring around the tack in there. It's just a really pretty car at every angle. Speaking of pretty white cars, check this thing out over here. We have got an Lexus LFA. Not quite the 46 I think we had here a few weeks ago for the Lexus event, which was absolutely insane. It was the largest gathering of LFAs in one place ever in the history of the world. You know, these things are such a unique car for the time, and they've really stood the test of time, not only in their performance and their looks, but also obviously holding their value as well. There's so many interesting things about this car. Obviously the fact that it's actually front engine, they didn't want to do a mid-engine on it. Notice the signature on there, which is from the actual designer of the car who was here at the show a few weeks ago, so he probably did that here. But that engine was co-designed with Yamaha, and if you've ever heard one of these things at Redline, they are one of the prettiest sounding V10s you are ever going to see or hear in your life. Carbon ceramic brakes, obviously, just really clean, simplistic. You know, when they started building the LFA, they had it almost ready to go, and the body was out of aluminum, or aluminium as I would say. And then they went, wow, all these other cars we're up against, these supercars like the Ferraris, they're all carbon fiber. So they went back to the drawing board and started again from carbon fiber. The other cool thing about it, you can't see because he's got it down, there's actually active aero underneath here as well. So when it's parked, it looks so clean, and then the aero just basically comes up out of the back as well. So great to see this Lexus LFA here, such an iconic car, really pretty. Hey, how pretty is this Murcielago? This is still the days where Lamborghini was kind of doing its own thing, separate from Audi brand. There's something about this car. It's timeless, isn't it? Look at the beautiful lines across the back. And then, of course, these areas here open up to let aero get into the car as well. This is an LP640, I think. Yep, license plate LP640. Look down in there. Such a pretty car, an iconic car. It's just aged so well. I am an absolute fan of it. And look next to it. It's just great to see Huracan sitting next to it, Spider. The evolution of these cars. Oh, this is beautiful. This STO Huracan is actually Arancio Xanto, my favorite, not just Lamborghini color. I think this is my favorite color of any car ever built. Just look at the intensity of that orange, offset by the carbon fiber, obviously, in this STO. Same with the inside, dry carbon through here, dry carbon up here. The beautiful orange in the inset of the interior as well. The armrest, the center console. Oh, this thing is just perfect. Coming along the back, love the sort of gold wheels as well, and then the carbon at the back. This is absolutely perfect. I would love to have this in my garage. I wouldn't change a thing. Absolutely beautiful. So I just learned that the same gentleman standing over here owns both of these cars. Interesting that the spec is so similar. Obviously, this is more of an off-white color on this 488 Spider, and next to it the SF90, more of a pure white. So over here we have a hybrid power plant with the V8. Such a fast car, actually becoming quite an affordable car in the 400,000s as well. They're up to 700,000 not so long ago. Next to it, the 488, which of course was the turbo V8, the continuation of the 458 Speciale. This is the Spider, of course, no roof, but the similar thing with the two. Red interior on the white over this side, red interior on the white over this side. Such a pretty car. and just really, really nice on every angle. Just absolutely love them. This gentleman over here owns both of them.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your two cars. So how long have you owned the 488 Spider?
I bought this in 2018 new, spec'd it out then. It was my first one, so it's the one I'm not letting go of. It's my baby.
I think that's awesome. And now you've gone to the SF90, which is the hybrid power plant.
Yeah, 3-year wait for that.
Yep.
Custom, the whole thing.
So fast.
So fast.
Such a fast car.
Different types of fast though.
Yes, because of the electric assist of the hybrid. It's that an instant torque off.
Yep.
Okay, the big question, which one sounds better?
I like the 488.
Yeah.
It's the classic Ferrari sound, the torque.
Yeah, I think that the between the two of them, you look at the two. They're both beautiful. They're both classic era sort of Ferraris. This will go down, I guess, as the continuation of the LaFerrari, although not at the same price point, obviously. But
correct.
The hybrid system, and this was a continuation of the 458, which I still think is one of the most beautiful Ferraris ever built.
Absolutely.
So, well, excellent. Hey, I appreciate you bringing both of them out. It's just great seeing this red on white combo. It suits both of them. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much.
From Lexani Motorsport here with us this week. These guys, of course, have been known for doing some amazing wheels, amazing builds. And now they're actually starting to do these Sprinter vans, which is super, super special. Now, if in the past people would take a stretch limo, that is several years ago. Look how luxurious this thing is inside. Those beautiful captain chairs that actually recline. You've got 3 rows of seats through here. You've got the bar, you've got a display that's up here. This is luxury in its ultimate form. So make sure to check them out. We've got the information up here. This is called the Sky Captain. It's the Sprinter Luxury Transport. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely great to see Lexani here showing off these incredible builds. Well, this is something you don't see every day. A Tesla with the roof cut off. Somebody's obviously put a ton of work into this. I'm guessing it's not a convertible. I can't see any way that there could be a roof that would hide underneath this thing. But interestingly, notice how they built this frame through here. The problem when you take a roof off a car, it naturally wants to basically spread apart because the roof is providing cross support across the vehicle. So they've obviously put this bar in there to support it in the meantime. Somebody's obviously spent a ton of work building it, designing it. Very, very interesting. Super clean little Evo 4 over here. Check this thing out. It's so sad that they killed this. Look at this iconic Evo signature up here. That was such a great little car. So fast, so capable. And the thing about Evos was they kept Subaru on their toes because, of course, the WRX was the main competitor to this vehicle. So while these guys were doing killer stuff, so were Subaru. But now they have gone, I think the WRX is not as good for it. Great to have the guys from Grasshopper Kei trucks at the show this week. So Grasshopper basically will find you a vehicle in Japan, procure it, bring it over, customize it to your needs. This one I heard was actually customized in Japan, but Kei trucks are super cool. They are tiny, and the reason they had to be so small is if you go to Tokyo, for example, there is just no room to park. The roads are narrow, so you needed little tiny trucks, and that's what started this sort of beginning of Kei trucks. Now the cult following is through the roof. This is so tiny. I actually sat in the passenger seat as the driver brought the truck in and parked it, and it was super cool because everything is just in such close proximity. So a really interesting truck. We'll put some details about these guys below, but if it's something you're into and you want something as a promotional vehicle, there is nothing really better than you can use because the size is convenient, doesn't take up a ton of space. And if you saw the number of people standing around looking at this thing, it's a real head turner as well because there aren't many of them around. I mean, look with the back open, there's tons of room back there as well. So once again, if you want to use it for a business, for promotional stuff, it's a really practical little thing that's going to get a ton of attention. Grasshopper Kei trucks, make sure to check them out. From Awa Co over here, I'm just going to put this up here so you can see this. Check out their social media as well. Very cool to have them here at the show. This beautiful 720S is on the booth of the guys from Next Level Auto Protection. Jace is the guy over here, and Jace, if these guys have one of these and they want to get paint correction, they want to get PPF, they want to get wheel repairs done, what window tint, what else do you guys do?
So our key servicing is paint protection film, ceramic, and thermal window film.
Yep.
We dabble a little bit in carbon fiber and carbon fiber body kit mounting, wheels and tires, things like that. But our main go-to is PPF, tint, and ceramic coating.
Absolutely. And you did the full PPF on my Camaro. You did it on Sarah's 718. You did it on James's car. You make stuff look good and last a long time. So that's why we love you here.
I appreciate you, sir. Thanks so much.
When you come to South OC Cars and Coffee, make sure when you leave, go down towards the bridge and stop. European Exotic Centre has an incredible showroom down the other end. We've got 3 of the cars here today. We've got a beautiful Aston and a couple of Ferraris. The stock that they have in that showroom is just going to blow your mind. If you like coming here and seeing what we have here, that place is worth a stop. European Exotic Centre at the end of the outlets, an incredible showroom. Make sure to go and check them out. Got the guys from Rivian here again this week. This is what caught my eye. Somebody's got more horsepower and torque than me at the show. Look at this, new quad motor, 1,025 horsepower, 1,198 foot-pounds of torque, 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds. Now that's not bad. You imagine you've got the family in the car and you're going 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds. That's pretty incredible, isn't it? Great looking cars. I want to show you this. This is one of the interesting things when they thought about storage on the truck. Things can go straight through there. So what a great place to put, I don't know, a set of golf clubs, or your skis or whatever through there. Tons of storage, beautiful interior, very nice to have them at the show as always. This wonderful little car is called a Caterham, and if you want a perfect track day car that you can take out, have some fun, and then drive it home, this is it. I mean, there's really only a handful of cars that kind of fall into that class. There's the KTM, which is interesting, got push rod suspension, probably not the most practical thing. There's an Aerial Atom, same sort of thing. Little Lotus if you want more of a driver's car, but this is the thing. So let's talk about your beautiful little Caterham. So what engine's it got in it?
It's got a Cosworth 2.3 liter naturally aspirated engine.
And that would start its life as a Ford engine?
Ford block, yep. And Cosworth internals.
Yeah, and the interesting thing about Cosworth, let's talk about that for a second. They've been doing modifications to Ford engines forever. I mean, there used to be Cosworth, like this Lotus Cortinas and stuff. They were doing stuff to Ford motors forever. So great little engine, and this isn't the sequential gearbox, but they do come with one, correct?
That's correct. The 620R and is the only one that's more powerful than this one. That's this engine with the supercharger on it.
Yeah.
And that one has a sequential. But I love the shifter on it because
it's such a short little shifter.
Yeah, it just goes snick, snick.
And anybody that's driven the sequential will probably tell you that it's not bad on the track, but on the street, it's a little unforgiving.
Yeah. And this one has a different suspension than all the other Caterhams.
Oh, does it really?
Yeah, it's a CSR, and you look down there and you don't see any shocks outside. It's inboard shocks and push rods.
So it is a push rod suspension as well. Right. Interesting.
And the back end is an independent rear suspension. The rest of them have a DD on, or a straight axle, and a limited slip. But the suspension of this one was built by Multimatic, which designed the Ford GT and all of that stuff.
Absolutely.
And it's like twice as stiff as a regular Caterham. So this isn't the most powerful one, but it is the best chassis.
Yeah, right. So it goes around corners. Now, the other thing about Caterham is you can actually order one as a kit and build it yourself.
You can. This one wasn't a kit because the suspension is too complicated.
Yeah, I don't trust my own engineering capabilities. Every now and then when I used to drive my Camaro a little faster than I do now, I'd remind myself that I put the motor in it and put the suspension on it, and a man's got to know his limitations.
Well, I work on this thing, but this is just about the level of my limitations.
Yeah.
Any more difficult than this, I couldn't do it.
So, great little car. I love the exhaust coming out the side as well, which is super cool.
No catalytic converter. It's licensed as a 1960 It's
interesting.
licensed the same way as a Cobra replica
yeah,
or something.
right. Interesting.
And you practically had to hire a lawyer to get a license plate for this thing, but for the rest of the life of the car, you don't have to mess with it.
Oh, I love it. I love it. It's always great to see it here. It's just such a head turner. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Simon.
Either I've seen this Bronco around a few times recently or a few of them similar. What a great job of making this thing look retro. The colour scheme with the white grille, the way the old Broncos used to be, it looks like the classic grille. The stripes, the steel wheels that look reminiscent of the classic look as well. I think they've absolutely nailed this. This looks like it's just driven straight out of the sort of late 60s, early 70s. It just looks really, really good. Next to it, another interesting Ford timepiece. This is actually a Lightning pickup. Notice what's sitting under there? Yeah, that's right, it's got a blower on the top of it. So they're a quick little car, truck should I say at the time. A bit of a telltale on the back. It's running Mickey Thompson's back there, so I'm sure this thing would hook up. Is it Mickey? No, it's Nitto's actually, sorry. It's running Nitto NT005s or 555s, yeah, 555Rs. So this thing would absolutely hook up and be super, super quick. A little Porsche next to it. But I want to come to this thing. I've seen this car at the show a few times, and actually I was talking with my friends about it at dinner on Thursday night. This BMW is so interesting to me. When you look at the other BMWs of this era, like the 2002, they were obviously trying to create their own design statement. Then you look at this one, still has the kidney bean grille as we've got on other BMWs, but look at those one-piece glass headlights. Now, that to me would mean that it was probably never delivered here. Same with the mirrors, it wasn't delivered here in the US because it wouldn't have got through. But if we come to the back here, have a look at these tail lights, how it's just a different look from those round tail lights of the era. And the other thing is this dashboard, which I think is just absolutely lovely. I don't know whether we're going to be able to get it without a reflection, but it is a shelf of wood, and then above the steering column is actually wood in there as well. This to me feels like a car that BMW was building as a Grand Tourer to compete against the likes of Lancia, Alfa Romeo, Italian-styled cars of that era. And this tends to feel like it's got that same sort of influence on it. I think it's absolutely beautiful and a real standout piece of that era for BMW. Just walking past this Aston, this caught my eye. Have a look at the interior. It is so intricate. The little red dots down through the middle and the red stitching and the insert. Somebody had to order it this way. I can't imagine the factory building that. It's just very, very, very different. Interesting. Man, here's a time capsule, 67 Camaro. Obviously not the original colour. You can see it's got this sort of teal over the top, but underneath, unless this, the hood and everything originally was that blue colour as well. I'm guessing it's the blue, and this was sort of the primer that went between them. But 327, one of my favourite small block motors. The telltale that this was a car that was probably done up in the 80s. Have a look at the tramp rods underneath there. That was designed so that when you accelerated, that actually, as the diff would start twisting, that would lift up, and that rubber bump stop would actually hit the end of the leaf spring and stop the diff from twisting anymore, so that you could get the power to the ground. The old theory was lift the front wheels off the ground as well, but yeah. You need a little bit more than a stock 327 to do that. Haven't seen this car at the show for a while. This is a Noble M400. The power plant in this is actually a Ford V6, very similar to what you'd find in a Mondeo. However, all the internals have changed. Turbos, as you can see back there, that's not the standard sort of Ford stuff going on back there. Very capable little car. Noble have made some incredible cars over the years. They're kind of like a TVR type company where they'll take somebody else's engine, go through the whole thing, and then build a chassis and then a body to go around it. Very capable little car, very quick little car, and always turns a lot of heads because it's not something you see every day. is the engine in this little Civic. It just looks amazing, doesn't it? Beautiful engine, like things like a fuel pressure gauge on the top there on the fuel rail. Nice intake manifold. It just looks like it's brand new under there. Very cool.
Keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling exaggerate.
Can anyone say Volkswagen? We had this group rolling earlier. Don't forget, if you actually have a car group and you want to bring them to South OC Cars and Coffee, reach out to us in advance. We bring you in early, park you together so that you don't get separated through the parking lot. Starting off with the new electric van that we've got over here, but some cool stuff. Carman gear, got some Beetles through here. There was another one parked next to it a second ago, that must have just left. Then lots more Beetles down through here. Roll down through here. This one's nice interior on it. Then keeping rolling through here, this is one of our regulars, but so many Beetles through here. Look at them all. Porsche wheels on that one and this one. This one over here is pretty clean. Love the roof rack with the wood in it and then the surfboard on the top. Same colour next to it with the sunroof there, just jumping through here. Then we get to the Volkswagen buses down through here. This thing's cool. Look at the windscreen tipped out on it. Another one there. Lots of windows and barn doors. That means this one's worth some money. And then a Bug next to it, the little buggy, which is cool. Another one there. And then finish up this end with the Carman gear as well. Very cool. So this little car here belongs to this guy over here. And tell me what the make of it is.
So it's a Wartburg. It's from East Germany.
And that means that, let's talk about that. So before the Berlin Wall came down, East Germany was still communist, and therefore this thing was basically their answer to their cars. And so while the other side of the Berlin Wall had BMWs and Volkswagens and Audis and everything nice, East Germany had, I guess, what was being built in Russia, what was being sold in the Czech Republic.
Sort of similar thing.
Yeah, and it was this particular thing. So which is why it looks, I guess, older than a lot of other cars. So
right.
the year on it is?
88.
88. So think about that. This is not a modern looking car for an 88. It's got nice BBS rims on it. Can't imagine they went on it in East Germany,
Probably
right?
not.
And how did you get it over here? What?
So we had been in touch with a family in Germany. The husband had been working on it. He unfortunately passed. We've been in talks with the wife, and she was willing to have it sold over to us. We got it imported while we lived in Maryland still.
Yep.
I got stationed here with Marines, and my dad was kind enough a couple months out to make a cross-country trip with it.
Oh, that's
and drive
cool.
it out to me. So I've had it since then.
Oh, I just love to see it roll in. It's something different. Well, thanks for bringing it out today.
Absolutely.
So a couple little Mazda 3s here. You might look at this a little unassuming, but notice the hump on the hood. That means that this is a MazdaSpeed 3, or if you were in Japan, it was called an MPS. Now, they're actually a quick little car. They had a 2.3 litre four-cylinder in them, around about 263 horsepower. They did a 6 version as well. I actually had a Mazda 6 back in Australia. I bought in 2002. Absolutely love the car. The Mazda 6 MPS or MazdaSpeed was all-wheel drive. These were two-wheel drive. Quick little car, a little bit less power than the 6, but you had a handful of torque steer you had to deal with. Unfortunately, they all had an issue with the turbo problems, but they were such a great little car. They felt so well built. That motor was actually a Japanese built motor as well, unlike the US built versions which had, of the 6 for example, which had a 6-cylinder over here. The actual 4-cylinder version was a better car. And this was a little rocket at the time that really surprised a lot of people. If they didn't know what that hump in the hood was, they had no idea what they were coming up against. Hey, check out this classic old Ford Deluxe. I tell you what, if I was running moonshine, this would be the car that I'd want to do it in. This is just absolutely great, isn't it? Just this era, the lines. Look at the interior on it. It's just wonderful, very simplistic. There's something about these old cars, I really, really appreciate them. Just beautiful. Hear that sound? That sound is freedom. More behind us too. Beautiful, beautiful 69 RS there. And then there's 69 over here, which is just so super tough. Big naturally aspirated big block on this thing. Hey, great story. I was just talking to these guys here. Lady back here, wearing yellow, might I add. This was her car. Everything on its original. The bumblebee stripes, the steel wheels. It's very cool. You are an incredibly cool person to have owned this car.
Only has original 5,000 miles.
Original 5,000 miles. That is incredible. Gave it to a grandson. What a great story. I love that. They're the sort of things we need to do as Car of the Week. I have to keep an eye out for this one when it comes in again. Well, that's it for another week at South OC Cars and Coffee. Thank you so much for watching. I want to do a big shout out to all of our sponsors, The Bracketeer, Ware Marketing, Spark AI, Maguire's, Mazda, Next Level Auto Protection, iAccident Lawyers, Josh the Auto Buyer, Rivian, Go Mobile, European Exotic Centre, Sierra Ineos Grenadier, Hillbank Motor Corporation and Magnaflow Camberg. I also want to do a big thank you to all of our volunteers. We could not put on the show without them. Remember, if you want to become a volunteer, just hit us up on the South OC Cars and Coffee merch Instagram page or through our website. That Instagram page is where we put all of our latest t-shirts, hats, stickers, you name it. So make sure to check that out and to subscribe as well. If you become a volunteer, you get to bring your car in early and Ruby's hooks you up with a free coffee and donut. A big thank you to Ruby's for doing that and feeding the masses every Saturday morning, and I want to give a big thank you to the outlets of San Clemente for allowing us to be here as well. We could not put on the show without them. Remember, if you need to do any shopping, go to the movies, whatever, come to the outlets, tell them South OC Cars and Coffee sent you. If you're coming to the show, please remember to respect our rules. No speeding, no revving, no burnouts. That includes on the streets of San Clemente and getting on and off those freeways. Well, that is it. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you back here next week for another South OC Cars and Coffee.